right now I am bringing on some really fantastic experts in development and design here in the DFW market. And what I want to get into here is not only the products they're doing and how that business works, so you can be curious, but also speak to the fact and the ability that they are able to have to do this in our market is because of the good market that we're in and the stability and strength of the specific marketplace of DFW. So let me welcome first Larry Hamilton. He is the CEO of Hamilton Properties Corporation, and he is here with us today to talk everything development. Larry, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah, good to have you here. So I know that you bought and refurbished or saved and restored how many buildings down in downtown?
Probably a dozen or like 6 or 7 major projects.
Wow.
Many of which included multiple buildings.
So projects including multiple buildings. So
Yes.
what got you into that?
I'm always been interested in historic rehabilitation and taking older buildings and repurposing them. And when we came to Dallas to look around, we saw these trophy office buildings that were vacant. And some of them classic revival masterpieces or Art Deco and different styles, but they were beautiful and irreplaceable, but sitting there empty as office buildings.
So you went in and you said, because you started development in Denver?
In Denver, yes.
How long did you do it there?
Our company started 35 years ago.
Got it. So your whole, and it's a father-son team now, right?
We
your
are.
Son,
Yes.
Your son works with you too?
He does.
Awesome. Does he also work here in Dallas right now?
He does.
So you both moved up here, said you like Denver, you learned some stuff, and now you want to come do it bigger and better in Dallas.
We're still in Denver. We're sort of in the just managing our assets there and maybe disposing of some of them.
Right.
Our main business is here.
Got it. So how does that work, getting into a historic building that's been vacant for a long time? I know there's that hotel, I want to say it's on Main Street. Remember that old hotel you drove by? It's just been vacant for decades.
Oh, the Statler Hilton?
Yes.
Yes.
The building. Are you working on that?
No.
Because I always want to see that restored.
It's a cool building. We have the Lone Star gas block that's behind it. That is to the south of it, which we did. That's for a 4-building Art Deco development that was the headquarters of Lone Star Gas and now is a loft apartment complex. But the Statler's being done by a guy named Merdad Moyadi.
Got it. Wow. Oh, Merdad. Actually, I know Merdad because I know one of his cousins. Anyway, that's a whole different thing. He does a lot of development too.
He does.
So how do you go about, Larry, doing a project like that?
Well, first you have to have the vision, and then you have to be able to sell the vision to somebody else and make a lender believe in it. And you have to have a lot of capital. We always buy these buildings for all cash. We don't leverage them because there's enough leverage that comes in when you want to do the rehab.
Right.
So you have to have a little bit of capital, and then you do a design. You come up with something. If it makes sense, you can get a lender. The first one was the hardest, the Davis building.
Right, because then you got to prove the concept, right?
We did, and there was nobody downtown.
Right.
Somebody, David Levy gave a speech one time from Forest City and said, when we came down here to look, you could go to Main Street in Akron and shoot off a cannon at 5 p.m. and not hit anybody.
That's right.
And Tony Long of the Trammell Crow Company said you would have hit the Hamiltons. So that was the supreme compliment.
That is a supreme compliment. You go to hamiltonproperties.com and you see so many beautiful projects that you guys done. But one last question, and I want to actually move on to some design stuff here, but on the development piece, you say you buy these buildings cash. So you see that, like this. So the Davis building was your first one. That project, was that just one building, or was it multiple buildings too?
It was multiple buildings. There's a big. There was a 12-story parking garage adjacent to it that we also acquired.
Do you? And you say you pay that? You just pay cash for it. Now, are you getting that at a steep discount? I would imagine. I mean, this is a vacant building that the city doesn't know what to do with in most cases, right?
Well, yes, and you used to be able to buy them by the pound, which is what brought me here from Denver.
Oh.
In Denver, you go to Lodo and buy this raggy warehouse, for $45 a square foot, and you could buy trophy buildings in downtown Dallas for $7, $8, $9 a square foot.
My
Yeah.
goodness. But then you got to spend so much on the
Oh,
rehab.
yeah,
That's
you got
where.
to spend a ton.
So that's interesting. So you get the vision, you have the capital, you buy it, then you work with, at that point, I would imagine, that's when you start to bring in the designers and the architects to work on fulfilling your vision for this place, right?
Yes.